Hi guys, welcome to another AMA session of X Research DAO. With us today are Enzo from Series DAO and CC from X Research DAO. Well, nice to have you guys here. So Enzo, could you just give us a brief introduction as to what Series DAO is all about?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Is it loud and clear?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Go on.
So, yeah, perfect. So, Series DAO is basically a decentralized digital asset management protocol. So, the mission for this Series DAO is to bring the decentralization and transparency to the asset management space. So, as it is, it's a DAO-based, like community-driven organization structure. So, it wish to harness the wisdom from the crowd and to make this investment decision together. So it doesn't matter where you at, who you are, or whichever education background you have. Like you can join this Series DAO, and together we can make something great. Yeah.
Okay.
That's very brief. Yeah, from me.
Cool. Hey, no worries. Absolutely quick and simple. So CC, well, could you tell us what X Research DAO is all about? Yeah, go ahead.
Of course. X Research DAO is the Web3 focused investment analysis decentralized autonomous organization backed by Huobi Research, where we aimed to become the investment analysis DAO, which provide the most values to the users, on-chain and off-chain. And also, X Research DAO focus on analyzing Web3 projects, early stage public chains, gamefis, and NFTs. Well, I am also the one of the co-founder of X Research DAO. Nice to meet you guys.
Great stuff. Cool. So before we start, just a quick question to CC. So we've noticed that most of these crypto natives VCs are not really investing. Only the newer funds are investing. So what sort of a climate do you see us going into right now? And how then do you foresee the investment climate evolving?
Recently, we have interviewed more than 20 representatives from outstanding global institutional investors. We're hoping to use their development status, investment philosophy, and layout directions. And we did make some conclusions for those interviews and their comments for that. We found that those institutional investors prefer to research more and actualize in the bear market. And what they did pay attention to at the moment is those infrastructure projects with emphasis on ZK. It occupies, because it occupies two core narrative levels, which is the scaling of Ethereum and privacy computation, and the new layer 1 chains and the middleware.
Cool. So well, of course, we know that a DAO stands for decentralized autonomous organization, and of course the future of cryptocurrency. But Enzo, could you tell us what exactly distinguishes your VC DAO from a conventional VC?
Yep, that's a very good question. So basically, like traditional VC, like they are made up of a group of like very sophisticated investors, or you have some connection. Otherwise, you like as a retail investor, you won't be able to join this venture capital. So what good about Series DAO is that it enables the participation of retail investor like in the early stages of a project, because conventionally hedge funds of this traditional venture capital, they have the opportunity to buy during this seed round or the private round. So they buy the tokens at very low price. And then when it's traded publicly, they will just dump or they will just take profit on the retail user. So I think that's the most important thing that Series DAO is trying to solve, is that we want to neutralize the disadvantages through this their participation in the Series DAO. I think that's the most important thing that we are trying to solve as a Series DAO, as a DAO venture.
I see. Well, we've got a speaker here who wants to take the chance to speak. Mengchu, could you just go on?
Yes. I'm a researcher in X Research DAO, and I want to share about the something about ZK and layer 1 chains. And ZK.
Yeah, sure. Please go on.
Yeah. And I after this, and I will talk about the market and so on. And ZK knowledge proof is the area that is receiving the most attention from institutional investors with infrastructure space. It mainly consists of ZK Wrap and its acceleration network. Two comparisons could portray the status of ZK in the eyes of institutions. First, within the layer 2 field, ZK has become a synonym for layer 2. For it is more favored than optimistic rollup. Currently, layer 2 mainstream technology is rollup, which contains two technical divisions, OP rollup and ZK rollup. In the course of interviews, almost all the institutions expressed favorable opinions on ZK rather than OP rollup. More than one institution is of the opinion that OP should be evaluated on a short to medium term basis, but is not valuable for the long term. ZK to cryptography's relationship is akin to machine learning relationship to AI. It occupies the core positions, being one of the industry's top narratives. Second, in the comparative landscape of layer 1 chains, institutions are more inclined towards ZK than new layer 1 chains. The reason is that ZK, or layer 2, represents the scaling of Ethereum, which is favored more by VCs currently. VC believes that Ethereum will become a settlement protocol in the future. It is scalable and can be expanded to a large user base, even for traditional internet users, with high asset attributes and high consensus of network value. Settlements on Ethereum will be more trustworthy, and the value of assets will grow in recognition. And for layer 1 chains, new layer 1 chains are also received a lot of attention, but are less often mentioned than ZK by institutions, which mostly adopt a big picture perspective, but not specifically for certainty.
Cool.
Layer 1 chains is
Yeah. Oh, hey, cool. Thank you so much, Mengchu, for sharing so much about ZK and optimism and layer 1s. Thank you so much. Well, hey, that's a good distraction. So yeah, let's get back to Series DAO. So yeah, Enzo, could you tell us more about the native tokens for Series DAO? You know, the DAO tokens CRS and CS. So what are the differences between these two tokens, and what roles do these tokens play in your ecosystem?
All right, that's a very good question. So I don't want to confuse you guys, so I'll keep it very simple. So we have basically two tokens. So we have the first token, which is the CES token. So you can consider it as an equity token. So the role for this equity token is to like raise a proposal, or you can vote on this proposal. And the second part is it has the right to claim the treasury dividend when the treasury receives some dividend. So this CS holder, they will receive some dividend from the treasury. And the third part is this CS token can be used to stake, like to participate in the staking mechanism in order to earn this CRS token. So that's the first token, which is the CS, the equity token. And the second one is the CRS token, which is the liquidity or the circulation token. So this is, on the other hand, it is like as per the CES token, it can be used to staking. Also, it can be traded at secondary market. For the CES token, the equity token is not tradable. Only the CRS token is tradable at the DEX or perhaps in future in the centralized exchange. And in future, there is possible some alpha investment opportunities for this series of member. When they get allocated some private rounds quota, then they will need to contribute both this CRS token in combination with some US dollar or Binance or BNB or some Ethereum at a certain ratio to that project, like to get to fit in that private rounds allocation. So there are like two tokens. This is the very basic information regarding our token. So if you can't remember it right now, it's okay. You can go to our website and everything is written there clearly. So yeah, that's all for now.
Got it. So one is pure equity where it shares in profits and the other is more for trading and liquidity purposes, I would say. Yeah.
Correct. You're absolutely right.
Got it. So yeah, so then of course, the same old problem that we've got for all DeFi protocols, staking. So could you share with us the details regarding your staking mechanism?
Oh yes, sure. Yeah, so for the first part, the CES token, like both of them can be staked in order to generate the CRS token. So it has a certain ratio, like certain rate, like for CES, if you stake them, and you're gonna generate 0.2% of CRS per day maximum. And then for CRS, if you stake them, you can generate up to 0.3% per day. That's up to 0.3% per day, which is considered like annual year will be up to like 298%. And the daily maximum output is like 1 billion tokens. So there's after you generate, you got this equity token from CS, and then you stake it and you receive this CRS token. You got two choices. So the first choice is you can like restake it, like restake the CRS and then generate more CRS, or you can choose to realize your profit, or you just sell your CRS in the DEX or wherever. So yep, that's basically regarding the staking mechanism.
Got it. Hey, 200+% per annum. That's pretty high, even for DeFi. Yeah. So how are you guys sustaining that exactly?
I mean, all this yield is like in terms of the tokens. I mean, it's not in terms of US dollar. So do not get me wrong. So the ratio, I mean, the yield could fluctuate like that, but that's the maximum yield in terms of coins you could get in returns. It doesn't guarantee you in terms of USD dollar. I mean, that's the how to say that equation right here.
Okay, got it. So how then do you prevent your tokens from losing its value from too much inflation?
All right. So basically, we have some like how can I say? So basically, the only way to generate CRS, there are two ways. So the first way is either you just buy it from the DEX, or another way is you convert it from CES. So during this conversion from CES to CRS, there is a 20% tax incurred to this transaction, but this 20% is not like going anywhere else, but it's contribute back to the treasury. So the thing right here is people, when they choose to like exchange their CES, and perhaps they will dump their CRS, but they at the same time they also give up their equity in the series DAO. So I mean, this is a game theory. So people will choose to whether they want to have that treasury dividend, or they can choose to sell it into the secondary market. I mean, this is open market, it's free market, so they will get to see like if there are more people dumping into the market, then as a CS holder, you are getting more dividend in returns. So it's a game theory. So I think it's very interesting right there. But yeah, that's how it is maintain the balance between the sell and buy.
Got it. So it's encouraging people to do a classic contrarian approach, like be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Classic Warren Buffett.
Correct. Exactly. Yes.
Got it. Cool stuff. Yeah. So now that we've covered the staking mechanism, could you share with us the details regarding the governance mechanism?
Oh, yeah, sure. So basically, our Series DAO, we offers two NFT. So the first is the DAO NFT, and the second one is the not NFT. So both of them, like their rights and their the governance role is quite similar. Only the difference is only the DAO's NFT holder got the rights to vote, and only the top 50 DAO's NFT holders get to vote on the proposal. But both of them will get treasury yield dividend, and they will get private placement quota in terms of these alpha projects, and they will get token airdrop in the futures, and then they will have these proposal rights. So both of them can propose, but only the top 50 DAOs can vote. So this is the governance mechanism for Series DAO.
Got it. Well, the top 50 isn't exactly democratic. Why 50 exactly? I mean, how then do you guys get the number 50?
I mean, oh yeah, so it depends on the CS taking number. So like if under your let's say you own a DAO NFT and you have like 50, like let's say 50 million CS stake under your DAO NFT, I mean you could rank one of these top 50. So it's ranked using these CS tokens in like beneath it.
Got it. So how then do you guys prevent what we call victimization of the minority? Well, for lack of a better word, shareholders, or in this case, token holders.
I mean, I get your question, but I mean, a perfect democracy, I don't think that exists in our world. I mean, this is the truth about our world, the real democracy that doesn't exist. But I mean, we are giving this 50. Like, if we are going to like known top 50, like everyone get to vote, perhaps that would even more this like skew to one side. But if you are going to top 50, like they can counter each other. In fact, like these top 50 DAOs, they have their own competitions. So I think that's the way. Like perhaps like the 49th DAO, they will try to attract more votes, and then they will say some proposals. So this minority will go into their DAOs, and then it's like check and balance all the time, like between these top 50 DAOs.
Got it. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. So well, you guys are an investment DAO after all. So could you introduce the treasury that you guys have, and it's briefly tell us about its investment strategy?
Yep, sure. So we have like this treasury. So we have like we implement two methods. Like there is the beta investment strategy, and there's an alpha investment strategy. So for beta investment strategy, so it's basically to channel these funds into the top class crypto assets such as the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then to generate some revenue through the DeFi lending and by the asset appreciation. Because we are right now currently in a very prolonged bear market, I believe we are in. So I think this is one of the best timing you can get to buy more like these blue chips cryptos and accumulate them during this timing, and then perhaps during that next bull cycle, it will appreciate like 10x. I mean, this is like what we got like previously, and so that's for the beta part. So another way, so we have this alpha investment strategy. So this alpha investment strategy is basically a high risk, high return kind of investment. So it will like contributes maybe perhaps at most like 30% of our treasury, and then like these DAO members, they will like research and do thorough research, and then to try to find those like next 100x, but it's always associated with a big risk. So that's the two investment strategies we're trying to implement at Series DAO.
Got it. Cool. So CC, what do you think about this semi-indexing approach? CC? Well, okay. Well, I guess she's got an unstable network for now. Yeah. So well, yeah. Hey, this is cool. So you've got a good combination of beta grazing, and then you've got your experienced investors going out there to hunt for all this 100x sort of stuff. So how then do you ensure that you've got an edge over your competitors when it comes to the primary market investments? Enzo?
Oh, so okay. So you means how, like, because we as a DAO, we were gonna attract like more people. Like, it's like through the wisdom of crowd. So it's not just us. So it's basically like everyone in the DAO, they can propose. So I think it's like through this collective effort that we have this edge. I mean, if you are on your own, it's good. Not that, I mean, how can I say? We can say like corporate way is better than a lone wolf. That's what I think. And yeah, and our team is always there to provide initiative. Like our team is there to communicate with all the like DAO members whenever they have these proposals. I think we are open for anything. I think that's the one of the most important is to be open and to be transparent for all the proposals. I think that's pretty much our edge on this kind of primary market.
Got it. So what sort of inefficiencies is Series DAO capitalizing on? Is it a systematic undervaluation of a frontier market, or are you just focusing on the opaque lack of transparency in the primary market that only top investors like your team can get access to?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
So,
I don't get it.
What sort of market inefficiencies is Series DAO capitalizing on? So where's the edge, if for lack of a better term down here?
Yeah, I mean, I think like for most good project, what they are not like, I mean, they are not lack of funding most of the time. Like people or investor are like rushing in with money, it's like take my money, and yeah, I mean that's the truth. Like for example, the current the Sui and Aptos, everyone is like, oh, take my money, but at the same time, sometimes these good projects, they're also looking at these resources that the investor can provide. So I think for our case, like as a Series DAO, as a DAO, so we can like provide these new projects with this marketing exposure, because all the Series now member itself will automatically become their users. So it besides these fundings, they also bring in like more exposure and more PR to this project. So I think that's one of the advantages, like the edge with Series now.
Got it. Cool. So then, what sort of investments are you guys looking for? Which sectors? Is it GameFi, DeFi, chains, and what sort of ticket size are you guys looking at right now?
Yeah. So this question is like currently the team we do not have a like direction. I mean not direction. We do not have a set goal, because as this Series DAO grows, we're gonna have multiple sub DAOs. Like for example, investment and research DAO. So they will be formed by like these experienced investors, or they will be like experienced members. So and then they will sit on like, but it does not mean like we are going to GameFi, going to NFTs, going to DeFi. It doesn't really matter. But as long as it's a good project, we can invest in it. Yeah.
Got it. Which means you guys are pretty open to everything out there. So as it's good. Got it. So could you tell us about some of the more interesting projects that you guys have seen so far?
Series DAO?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I think Series DAO is an interesting project, because the thing with Series DAO is the dual tokens is like, it's not like this step N, like you have this governance token and this GST and GMT where you just dump one token and you just take another. So I think this is one of the most important thing with Series DAO is we have these weighted voting right tokens. So these CS and CRS, they are actually in terms of value, USD value, they are the same. So I think this is one of the first project that brings this kind of tokenomics into the market. So I'm really excited to see how this kind of tokenomics goes in long run. So yeah, I think this is one of the
Got it. Got it. Hey, yeah, that's it. Series DAO is pretty interesting here. Yeah,
hey,
go on, CC.
I have
go
a
on.
question for Enzo. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. How do you think of all of the GameFi projects? As someone said that, like many institutions recognize that games can attract incremental users, but some institutions believe that the current GameFi model are not sustainable because we haven't seen much of the GameFi that sustain for more than 1 year or 2 years. What do you think of that?
Great. So that's a very good question because I'm myself a victim of Step N. So I was one of those guys who walk every day, try to earn that $50 or $100. And
Me
then
too.
so I mean that's the main point like right now because everyone is play to earn. I mean their initiative is to earn, but it's not to play. So I think the situation right now is there someone can make some game that make users willing to spend and then earn at the same time. But currently, I think the market, the game is just the only reason to play the game is just to earn. So it becomes a Ponzi eventually. So I think the market needs some games like the League of Legends kind or Dota kinds of game that people are willing to stay with it because it's fun and at the same time you can earn some money. So I think that's a way to go. I mean, in terms of GameFi, in my point of view.
Okay.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you, Enzo, and thank you, CC. Yeah, hey, I can vouch for CC. She's been exercising so much, she's slim right now. Yeah. So Enzo, could you tell us more? Well, of course, we all know that Series DAO is a very interesting project. But how about you describe what your ideal, perfect investment project would look like? Valuation-wise, sector-wise, stuff like that.
Very, very interesting question. So, I mean, everything right now in the market is like a zero-sum game. I mean, that's very harsh truth. So everyone's claiming to be the fastest chain, the safest chain. So, I mean, to be a good project, I mean, as a retail investor, I need to earn money. I mean, that will be a good project. It doesn't matter like how good the project, how good tech the project is. I mean, as long as I can make some money, I mean, in points of like retail investor, that's the point. But in terms of like from a Series DAO point of view is it needs to be safe. I mean, the code has to be safe and it has to be audited. I mean, that's the first thing, that the security must be there because I got rocked so many times in various kind of protocols. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is how these teams, like how this marketing works as a team to promote the project. I mean, this is the two fundamental question that we need to see and to have a good project.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So how then does the typical investor or DAO member make money in Series DAO? Is it a funding gap or is it a valuation gap?
Yeah, I mean, for Series DAO, I mean, we cannot. I mean, everything's like we will say is not financial advice, but I mean, through Series DAO, I mean, there because we have two tokens, so we have the CS and CRS. So the investor get to choose the appetite, like depending on their risk appetite, they can get to choose the CS, which is the more stable, so called like they just sit there, stake, and then receive this dividend, or they can go for a higher risk one, the CRS, the liquidity one, so they can do some short-term trade. So with us, I think the thing is we have this treasury, so we have this investment model, the alpha and beta model. So I think that's the way, or how to say, what part of the reason people can make money with us, I think.
Got it. So who then would be your ideal investor or your ideal DAO member?
Ideal. Okay, so they have to do their own research. I mean, they must have some basic knowledge with DeFi and how this DAO works. And then it doesn't matter like how much money you have, but as long as you are like into cryptos, we want someone to believe who believe in cryptos, because in my personal circle, I have friends like when the Bitcoin was at like 50,000, 60,000, they are like rushing, hey, how can I buy a Bitcoin? And right now they are all quiet. So I think we need someone who always believe in cryptos and always like do their own research and just be there. And then I think someone like that will eventually strive, and that's the people we want with us.
Got it. So you want someone who's motivated and not someone who's a freeloader, and preferably someone who's also some sort of a hodler. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are all kind of people, but
got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, you mentioned that you've been rocked a few times, so I guess that actually contributed to your own learning journey as well. Could you tell us more about that as well?
I mean, one of the biggest rock I think is the Luna. I think is that a rock, even a rock. I think.
Well, I guess that is a rock, somewhat. Yeah, I guess.
Kind of. I mean, my biggest rock, my biggest like rock ever is with Luna UST. I mean, that's the first ever, or the strongest point of like the turning point of my life is this Luna. I think. Yeah, there's a rock, but you can see how big it grows before it eventually rocks. So. Yeah, it's very hard to say in this market.
Hey, that was just a few months back.
Oh yes, it was terrible. Like,
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Well, yeah. I do know of friends who have lost their life savings in the whole Luna's episode. Yep. Yeah.
Correct.
So
I mean,
yeah. Well, sad episode. So could you tell us about what sort of lessons that you've learned from all this, and how then would it contribute to your how then would you use it to contribute as a core member of Series DAO?
I think one of the things is always sometimes it's good you listen to some rumors, or you just try to get as much as like as much information as possible. Like it has to be primary, or it can be a secondary information. I mean, when there is some rumors or some news, sometimes you don't just say, oh, okay, it's just fart, it's just rumor, and always do your due diligence to do some research. I mean, there's the thing. So I always check, like, is it true? Is it something really what people say? So I think that's what making me right now is I do more, how to say, detailed research or more thorough research throughout all the information I got. So I think that's very important.
Got it. In other words, a healthy dose of skepticism.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yes.
Yes. Got it. So yeah, I understand that you guys are still relatively fresh. So are you guys still open for primary investments?
Can you? Sorry, I don't get your question. You just got cut off.
Oh, sure. Are you guys still open for primary investments? Pre-listing and pre-token.
So yep, we are in talks with some major VC, which I can't disclose yet. So I mean, because of this non-disclosure term, so what I can share is we are in talks with these major exchanges. So do follow us at our Twitter, and we will release it when the time is right. I mean, yeah, that's all I can say right now.
Got it. So yeah, we've got some VCs who listen in after we've uploaded this on Twitter as well. So yeah, could you sort of briefly tell us what sort of criteria you guys are looking for? What sort of profiles these VCs have to have, and perhaps some sort of a minimum size, and perhaps a valuation range as well.
I mean, we can talk that in private. I mean, like with individual VC. I'm not gonna disclose like publicly right now. So I'm sorry for that, but this is what we got to do. Like we're gonna talk with individual, like each of them, like in private, and then we will we will see the evaluation and the allocation. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Got it. So
yeah.
Got it. So this is all proprietary information for now. Got it.
Correct.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, cool. So so well, of course you guys are fresh on the block. So could you tell us about what sort of launch strategy you have, and what sort of resources you have, and how you're using all of this?
So right now, like we are launching our first phase of our product, which is the NFT, the DAO and DAO NFT and the Nodes NFT. So what we do is like we have published multiple articles, like really like in terms of articles, we have multiples, and we are working with multiples big KOL, and they have these multiple different sorts of communities, which we do AMAs in various society. So that's their first part. And then the second part is what we are doing offline is we're continuously in talks with this potential investor to tell them regarding this idea, like about this dual tokenomics, this weight, like this different is something very different from the other projects. So I think that's what we continuously doing right now. And then following by like maybe towards end of this month, we will launch the second part of our product, which is the CS minting part. So that's gonna be exciting, and yeah, I look forward until that stage.
Got it. Hey, I've gone through your list of followers. I've seen some pretty good KOLs. Guys who, well, in fact, ghosts who are followed by Binance's CZ and some of the top crypto guys. So how then did you guys get all these KOL resources?
So we have members, like they have this connection, like part of some of our members, they used to work with these guys, so they are in talks with them. So my peers, they are working with them, so it's easier for us to get in contact with them, and then they talk to them in private, and then yeah, that's how it works as a marketing.
Got it. Cool. So yeah, well, so of course, we now have to go back to the customary questions now. So yeah, so of course, Series DAO being a crypto project, of course, you guys have a roadmap. So could you tell us more about the roadmap and what are the events planned for the second half? Well, in fact, the last quarter of 2022.
So yeah, so right now we are launching the first phase, which is the NFT. So we are launching the CS token minting coming in this month, and towards end of this month we are planning to implement on this other EVM chain. So perhaps Matic and Avex is in our target. So there's towards the end of this year we are going into like multi-chain deployment. So there's like, I mean, if you until this end of this year, that's our roadmap.
Got it.
Yes, because currently we are launching on Binance, and our code or our smart contract is being audited by Stratic. So I think we will receive the preliminary report. So we are patching some potential bugs and here and there, and then we are good to go.
Got it. Cool. Yeah. So yeah. Well, of course, you guys are launching in the middle of a bear market, and of course, it is one of the most difficult period right now. So how are you guys navigating this bear market right now?
Yeah. So in fact, what I believe is because we are in the bear market, but in fact, this is a good time for us because. Or like our treasury, like 70% of treasury is going into the beta investment strategy. So which is the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance. So I mean, right now is the most challenged part is make people believe in cryptos. I mean, keep continuing in believing in cryptos because eventually I think this is gonna be something great in future. So this is the education part. I think this is what we need, like throughout this prolonged bear period, is to tell people this is a good time to accumulate these good tokens, like not tokens, good blockchain or like this Bitcoin, Ethereum, because they are here to last and they are here to stand until next bull market. I think that's the way we're going, the direction we are going.
Got it. And hey, of course, your CES and CRS tokens as well.
I believe, yes. I hope, yeah, because under the treasury, if the treasury goes up 10x, I mean, the equity tokens, I mean, it's gonna go up. I mean, in general sense.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you did mention that you've got some sort of whitelist and NFT giveaway. So how can community users get whitelisted?
Oh yeah, so the easiest way is to join our Discord or our Telegram. We have our team members over there who will lead you, and we have these steps listed in the announcement channel. So do follow us and Twitter or Telegram as well.
Got it. Cool. So are there any tricks or guidelines that you say I would have to follow to increase my chances of getting on the whitelist?
Sorry, you just get cut off again. Like.
Oh sure. There is yeah. So what should I do to increase my chances of getting on the whitelist?
I mean, right now it's pretty straightforward. Just join us. Yeah, just hop in and say hi, and you're good. I mean, right now. Just
really?
Yeah, just hop in and say hi.
That's
I
it?
mean, yeah, for now and yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
okay,
we want to be more inclusive though. For now, I mean, it's not something very exclusive. We want to be more inclusive for everyone. It's a DAO, so everyone should got the chance to join us. It's not supposed to be exclusive.
Got it. Which means I don't have to jump through a few hoops just to get there. I don't have to tag 5 friends, do this mission, that little no.
I mean, yeah, we do set some rules, but I mean, you get it. You will get it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So roughly how tough would all these rules be?
So I mean, first you join our. I mean, that's the easiest way. Is just join our Twitter, you join our Discord, and you join our Telegram.
Yeah.
3 of them, and that's good. I think.
Got it. So yeah. Well, of course, you guys are DAO and decentralized and all, but of course, you would definitely have your core members to manage things and all. So do you have plans to add more members to your core team?
Currently there isn't a plan, but going forward, when we have we see these members from the DAOs who very vocal or they have very solid contribution, then it's possible. I mean, everything is possible. I did not close that door, to add someone into the teams, but yeah, there's definitely some opportunities available.
Got it. Which means that someone would probably have to really distinguish herself out there.
Definitely.
Like in a shirt. Got it. Cool. So how about ambassadors and marketing and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, so we are currently recruiting ambassadors. So we have this ambassador recruitment, advertisement in our Medium and our Discord channel as well. So we welcome people or volunteers from all over the world. It doesn't matter where you're at. So yeah, come join us. You can join us as a content creator. You can join us as a marketing or you can join us as a community manager. So we have welcomed all kinds of talents into our these advanced programs. So even you just perhaps you are good at art, and you can join us. You can make some good marketing material for us. I think that's good.
Cool. Hey, one more way to make money in the good old world of crypto.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
So perhaps a more sensitive question: how well do you guys pay all these content creators then? Do you guys give them tokens, USD?
I mean, it will be a combination. Sorry.
Yeah, you
can see. Go on. CC.
Oh, so it will be a combination of US dollars and tokens. So it will be discussed in private as well. I will not talking. I mean, you are starting a trap, huh? No, I mean we
got it.
We will talk to the ambassadors in private. So, but in general, it will be a combination of US dollars and the tokens and the Series DAO token and some NFTs.
Got it. Hey, well, no, just asking for the benefits of the listeners and future listeners out there.
Great.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, go on. Go on. You had to say something, CC.
Yeah. Have you already formed the subdoc that for researching? I think we can cooperate with each other.
Oh, great! We welcome you, and we
have a lot of researchers here.
That's great. I mean, we welcome everyone because currently, because the DAO is gonna form after this our second phase of products, which is the minting of CS. So we welcome you, and we will stay connected. And till then, we will just share what information we have.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, cool. Absolutely. We've got our own guys who do their own research, write research reports. Yeah, we could definitely share some of those resources.
Correct. I mean, that helps. That would help. I mean.
Yeah. So perhaps just one last question. So if there's, how then would you describe Series DAO in a single sentence, to someone who asks you what exactly is Series DAO?
All right. So I mean, I put it in a simple way. So you can consider it as the decentralized Berkshire Hathaway. So it's something similar to that. So so people come in, force together, put their money in, and as a Series DAO, we invest for you, and you can receive the dividend. I think that's a very straightforward introduction I can give.
Got it. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett.
Yes.
Well, not exactly the sort of comparison we get in the crypto world, especially Warren Buffett. But hey,
he's
that's cool.
Anti-crypto guy for the longest time possible.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, you never know. Perhaps someday we might really be able to use a DCF or some sort of good old valuation metrics on NFTs and crypto tokens.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, and any last words before we end this? CC? Enzo?
For me, I mean, thanks you guys for joining us today. I mean, I spent like 40 minutes talking. I mean, I hope you guys can follow. And just follow us at our Twitters and our Discord. And if you have any questions, just feel free to ask us. Yeah, that's it.
Got it. So how then should we reach you guys? Which is the best medium? Twitter, Discord, Telegram? Which is it?
All of them are good.
All of them are good.
Whichever works for you guys, it works for us as well.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, well, we've got some time here, so CC, any last comments here?
No more questions. Thank you, Andrew, for joining us. And please follow the Research DAO that is backed by Huobi Research. Thank you once again.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much, Enzo. Thank you, CC, for joining us, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Well, that's all we've got today. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.